Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone. Warmly welcome to all of you with Saudi Aramco Work Permit Receiver exam sample test number 3. The two sample tests already uploaded on our YouTube channel. I hope you've been watching it. और आपने वो टेस्ट अपना स्कोर भी सारा चेक कर लिया होगा कि किस लेवल पे आपका नॉलेज है। और अभी ये जो टेस्ट नंबर 3 है, अगर आपने पहले दो टेस्ट अच्छे किए हैं तो आई एम श्योर कि ये टेस्ट नंबर 3 और 4 भी अच्छा ही होगा इंशाल्लाह। क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 से स्टार्ट करते हैं। व्हाट इज वन हैजर्ड विद डूइंग हॉट वर्क? हॉट वर्क करने के लिए कौन सा एक ऐसा हैजर्ड है जो आप इन चारों में से सिलेक्ट करेंगे? वेपर प्रेशर, इग्निशन सोर्स, फ्लैश पॉइंट और कोल्ड वर्क। तो आपने करना क्या है कि 25 क्वेश्चंस हैं इस टेस्ट के, जैसे पहले दो टेस्ट के भी 25-25 हैं। तो आपने हर क्वेश्चन का आंसर अपना साइड पे लिखते जाना है। क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 की ऑप्शन कौन सी आपने अपने नॉलेज को बेस करते हुए, अपने कॉमन सेंस को बेस करते हुए आपने डिसाइड की है, सिलेक्ट की है, चूज की है, तो वो आप लिखते गए साइड पे ना, नोट पैड पे बॉल पेन के साथ। और फिर जब मैं आपके साथ आंसर शेयर करूंगा 25 और आंसर्स 25 क्वेश्चंस के, तो आप अपने मार्क्स खुद लगा सकते हैं कि कितनी गलतियां या कि ऑल आंसर्स आर करेक्ट। Question number 2 is the use of an air compressor in an operating area requires which permit? Release, entry, hot or cold? The use of an air compressor in an operating area requires which work permit? Release, entry, hot or cold? एयर कंप्रेसर यूज करने जा रहे हैं, ऑपरेट करने जा रहे हैं, कौन सा परमिट चाहिए? मतलब हम कैसे डिसाइड करते हैं कि हॉट वर्क परमिट लेना है, कोल्ड वर्क लेना है, रिलीज परमिट लेना है या कन्फाइंड स्पेस एंट्री परमिट लेना है? कौन सा, हाउ डू वी डिसाइड के क्या परमिट चाहिए? लेकिन यहाँ पे स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन इज देयर, एयर कंप्रेसर इज बीइंग ऑपरेटेड, सो इन दैट सिनेरियो आपने यू नीड टू डिसाइड कि कौन सा परमिट यहाँ पे आप यूज करेंगे। Question number 3, cover the COs is required by which permit? Entry, hot, cold or release? Cover the COs is required by which permit? Question number 4, what is the difference between hot and cold work? What is the difference between hot and cold work? क्या difference है जी? Hot uses ignition source or cold uses an ignition source or both use an ignition source or neither use an ignition source? What is the difference between hot and cold work? No, cold works includes what? Scaffolding, abrasive blasting, sand removal or brush painting or abrasive blasting. Cold work कौन सा यहाँ पे आप? How would you choose the option which is gonna indicate that this is kind of cold work? Question number 6, a release of hazardous liquids or gases permit is required when? जब pipe fitters open a line or install blinds, or operators release hydrocarbon to the flare, or craftsmen builds a scaffold, or operators drain equipment. कब हमें a release of hazardous liquids or gases permit is required? कि हमें release permit या EOLB equipment opening line break permit कब चाहिए? Question number 7, choose 3 things you should check before issuing a release permit. कौन सी 3 चीजें चेक करनी चाहिए release permit देने से पहले? Safety harness, belts and glasses, or wind direction, drainage and ignition source, sewers, manways and air movers, ignition sources, gloves and safety shoes. Decide your answers and then you can compare at the end. Question number 8, choose 3 things before needed allowing entry to a confined space. Gas test, fire extinguishers, barricades, lighting, standby and air movers, fire wash, air mover and gas test, air mover, respirators, counter signatures. Choose 3 things before needed allowing entry to a confined space. Confined space में enter होने से पहले कौन सी 3 चीजें जरूरी हैं? It looks कि सब कुछ ही जरूरी है, सारी ऑप्शंस में ही जो कुछ लिखा हुआ है ऐसे फील होता है कि सब कुछ ही जरूरी है, लेकिन कौन सी 3 चीजें specifically for confined space entry are most important? So that's you need to decide. Question number 9, which are 3 types of gas tests we take? Flammable gas, inert gas, heavy gas, or acetylene, or flash point or sulfides, or flash point vapor pressures, or specific gravity, or oxygen flammable gases, or toxic material? Which are 3 types of gas tests we take? Question number 9. Okay. ऑक्सीजन डेफिशिएंसी क्या होती है जी? What is oxygen deficiency? It is lower than the normal amount of oxygen or higher than the normal level of H2S or too much oxygen or oxygen that is not pure. What is oxygen deficiency? Kind of the definition of oxygen deficiency, right? So decide your answer and move on to question number 11. What should the duration box tell the receiver? What does the duration box tell the receiver? जो ड्यूरेशन बॉक्स है वो क्या बताता है रिसीवर को? When the work must stop or how long the extension is approved for, the expiry date for receiver certificate or when to go to lunch. क्या बताता है ये ड्यूरेशन बॉक्स? Question number 12, the information entered in the exact work location box is important because it controls what? Where the receiver can work, how many workers can be in the work site, how long the receiver can work, what equipment the receiver can use. Question number 10, why does an issuer need to know what equipment will be used at a job site? It tells him if a standby man is needed, it tells him a fire extinguisher is needed or fire watch is needed or identifying hazards. It helps him identifying hazards. क्या फायदा देता है ये? Why does an issuer need to know what equipment will be used at a job site? Question number 14, what must the issuer do if a joint site inspection is not done? Right, why not done on the work permit or tell his foreman require verification warning, assign a designated representative. Now question number 15, why the checklist section important to issuers and receiver? क्यों ये checklist section is important? Control the receiver's break time or make sure important steps have been taken or it identify the hazards or define the duration and scope of work. Question number 16, use of fire blanket or handy only are examples of what? Regular precautions, precautionary hazards or additional precautions or hazards. कि अगर आप फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर्स के साथ साथ फायर ब्लैंकेट भी यूज करते हैं या और हैंडी ओनली आप जाते हैं तो ये जो एग्जांपल्स हैं ये क्या रेगुलर प्रिकॉशंस हैं या रूटीन की आपकी तदबीर हैं काम शुरू करने से पहले या कि प्रिकॉशनरी हैजर्ड्स हैं या एडिशनल प्रिकॉशंस हैं या हैजर्ड्स हैं. The question number 17, what information does the gas tester enters on the work permit? Gas tester results, name and badge number, gas tester results and normal levels, badge and certificate numbers, LTS 310 expiry date, name and badge number. So what information we get from the gas tester, on the work permit? What should the issuer do if the gas tests are not needed? क्या करना चाहिए? What should the issuer do if the gas tests are not needed and are not applicable or not needed, or sign the gas tester or write 00 ppm and 21 on the permit or use continuous monitoring? Question number 19, what must the issuer write on the work permit? Gas test result होनी चाहिए, name and batch number or name and expiry certificate expiry date or badge number and certificate expiry date or name, organization code and badge number. क्या mention करनी चाहिए permit के ऊपर? Question number 20, what must the receiver write on the work permit? Name, organization code and badge number or badge number and certificate expiry date or name of the fire watch or name of the fire watch name and badge number. क्या लिखना चाहिए? What must the receiver write on the work permit? अब question number 21 है, who can extend a work permit? New unit foreman or designated representative or new issuer and receiver or superintendent? कौन permit को extend कर सकता है? Authority रखता है. Question number 22, who can close a work permit? The receiver and standby man or issuer and designated representative or fire watch, issuer and receiver? Who can close a work permit? कौन कर सकता है जी permit को close? The receiver and standby man, issuer and designated representative or fire watch, issuer and receiver? 23, question number, where could an issuer find out which permit to issue for a specific job? From the back of any permit? Now it is mostly on the front also because the new formats have plenty of changes. So corporate loss prevention manual or on the front of the any work permit or facility operating instruction. 24, a pipe fitter cannot work on the same piece of equipment using a welder's work permits because each type of work involves different hazards. Joint set inspections are not needed for the pipe fitters. Welders are usually contractors and gases are not needed for pipe fitters. So a pipe fitter cannot work on the same piece of equipment using a welder's work permit. क्यों pipe fitter और welder जो है वो same permit क्यों नहीं use कर सकते? Four options are there, so you just need to decide the right option. The last question of test number 3 is work permit can be issued for up to what? 2 receiver shift, 1 operation shift, 24 consecutive hours or 2 10-hour shift. तो वर्क परमिट को कितनी देर के लिए इशू किया जा सकता है? मतलब 2 रिसीवर शिफ्ट्स या कि 1 ऑपरेशन शिफ्ट, चाहे 8 घंटे की चाहे 12 घंटे की या 24 consecutive hours or 2 10-hour shifts. So 25 questions, 25 questions are there. So you need to, I'm sure you will have noted down all the answers by yourself without getting help from here and there. I'm sure you will be using your own brain and either some mistakes going to be there, but don't worry about it. But make sure it is your work and self-done is well done, by the way. And Allah help those who help themselves, right? So I hope you have chosen all 24 answers. Now I'm going to share what are the right answers for this sample test 3. Like question number 1, the answer is B. Question number 2, the answer is C. For 3B, 4A, 5C. So you can look into all the answers and compare, You can pause this slide, the video, and just, compare your answers and give some marks to yourself. If you achieve above 90% or maybe 100 out of 100 or all our answers are correct, mashallah, accordingly you can decide, how much you have to be more passionate to learn. अगर आपके numbers 80 से नीचे हैं या 90 से नीचे हैं या 50 से नीचे हैं, तो then I hope the indicator is quite visible कि आपको बहुत ज़्यादा मेहनत मज़ीद करनी पड़ेगी. And that is the reason कि मुझे जो है वो personally as a tutor भी hire किया जा रहा है कि जी 1 hour is equal to 100 Saudi Riyal. So अगर आपकी वीकनेस के अकॉर्डिंग कि अगर 200 क्वेश्चंस डिस्कस करने तो 2 आवर्स, 100 क्वेश्चन डिस्कस करने तो 1 आवर. तो इवन सम आर जस्ट लुकिंग फॉर कि हम ओवरऑल बस समझना चाह रहे हैं कि हाउ थिंग्स आर मूविंग अराउंड, फॉर्म कैसे फिल करते हैं, वर्क परमिट के किस तरह इश्यूर के साथ काम करते हैं, ओवरऑल इंफॉर्मेशन चाहिए. बाकी क्वेश्चन आंसर्स बैंक हमारे पास काफ़ी है, वी आर वेल प्रिपेयर्ड, लेकिन हम मजीद प्रैक्टिकलिटी सीखना चाह रहे हैं. तो वो जो 1 and 2 hours हैं वो डेफिनेटली दे कैन बाय, एंड यू कैन आल्सो बाय इफ यू बिलीव you need my support, 1-to-1 counseling or 1-to-1 training session via Zoom. I'll be more than happy to support, inshallah. Thank you very much. Take care of yourself. And the video number 4 is on the way, inshallah.